Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Edgar Mendez. I'm so happy you're out here, by the way. Happy you're sharing time and space with me. I do appreciate it. I want to give a big thank you to everyone that supports me. It really is nice of you. I really do appreciate it, and I see you. And that is actually our topic for today's reading. I was going back and forth between a few different topics, but Metatron said, I haven't done this in a while. How do they see you? And anyway, I haven't done it in such a long time. So it is this topic, that is fresh, I suppose. You can thank Metatron for it. Anyone who is interested in booking with me, I do have bookings open. I have live readings open for the 12th. I also have one-on-one readings over Zoom and pre-recorded readings, and also I'm doing a community candle for fulfillment that starts on the 13th. If you are interested in any of that stuff, anything else that I offer that calls out to you, get it. Only get it if you feel strongly you should get it. All right. But I think that's it. I think that's all I gotta say. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for the comments and the likes and all that you all give me. And yeah, I think we're good. All right, so we are at 1 minute and 11 seconds for Aries. So let's take a look here. Who's going to be answering the questions today? We have Metatron who steps forward. Metatron, can you tell me, how does the person that is on Aries' mind see them? One of the things that this person does see you as is forced to be reckoned with. Some of you are a mother. I felt that kind of strongly, but they see you in that motherly sort of way. One of the things that I know that different people draw out different things in us, and different experiences with different people as well, right? And this is someone where you really do draw out the best in them, and that is where that motherly energy is coming from. I hope that makes sense to all of you. It's what it is, but this is someone where it's when they're around you, you draw out the very best, and they actually experience the best things. And I don't think that they actually are attracted to low vibrational stuff or stuff that's more gratifying. Or do you know the things that we do that are unhealthy, right? It's kind of reminds me of chips for me. Like, I love to eat the chips. I know that I could eat better, right? I mean, I'm not gonna stop eating chips. I won't do it. But you know what I'm talking about, right? And when this person is around you and how they see you, you make them better. You give them so much, and this is someone who definitely appreciates that, and they see that value and what you draw out in them. But one of the things that I think a lot of us struggle with as a whole in understanding is that we don't always need the best drawn out, right? I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of times we need the worst to come to the surface so that we can deal with it and heal. And that is actually what most of our journey really is, until we hit that point of being okay. And this is someone where they know you draw out the very best, and they absolutely love that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that you are meant to be like the center of this person's life yet, right? This is someone who kind of needs some other experiences, other people to draw out all that other stuff. But they do see you as someone who's different, and they see themselves when they're with you as someone who's a lot more high vibrational. Is there anything else about how they see Aries, Metatron? Forced to be reckoned with is coming through again. They see you as a powerhouse. Yeah, I feel a lot of views you may have. I'm gonna. It's not. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. But it feels like for a lot of views that this person really lit a fire within you, and in fact, you may have found your boss energy. That's actually what Metatron said. You found it with this person. Like you tapped into it. And this is someone where I feel like they may have actually helped you get your stuff together, or help you get more in alignment with that, with what is for your highest good. And I'm going to give me as an example. I always do that because it's the easiest way. But I remember when I hadn't met my twin yet and all that stuff. And I was not very motivated to fixing my life. I just wasn't. And I was kind of just languishing, really. And when I met my twin, that is when everything changed. And I felt a bigger shift. And I also felt a lot more motivated to take care of myself and take care of my life so that I can actually have the life that I deserve. And it was inspired by my twin, right? I tell you this, Aries, because I feel like this person did that for you as well. And I think that that's actually a really beneficial type thing. And I know that that may seem like a consolation prize. I know that may seem like it is less than what you hope for, But in reality, that is bigger than anything you could have hoped for. Just that alone. Not that that's going to be it, but you understand what I'm saying. And it's something that Metatron just wants you to hear, right? I know that that may seem like it's small, but it's big because it will affect the rest of your life. And your life will be different than where it is today as a result of that. And having the proper perspective on that will be beneficial for you and your growth. Is there any last guidance that you have for Aries this day? No, know that this whatever is transpiring between you and this person has nothing to do with how they see you or how they feel about you. It has everything to do with the self. I know that annoying cliche, it's not you, it's me, but it really is the case. It's how everything works here. And this is someone who I feel like they have to do some work. I feel like they have to be around people that may be more toxic for them because they need to draw that out to the surface. And right now, that may not be you, or this is someone who may be drawn to lower vibrational crowds. It has nothing to do with you. It's not like you know what I mean. Like this is someone where they're being drawn what they need to move towards and move through to be better. All right, and they know that they want to be better as well. All right. And they have you to thank for that. I thank you. Aries, don't forget to like and comment and check out my services. And we're at 6 minutes and 15 seconds for Taurus. All righty. So manager, can you tell me what are Taurus? Oh no. How does Taurus's person see Taurus this day? Let's see. One of the things that this person does see you as is someone that they've hurt and someone that they treated very, very badly. A lot of you, this person cheated on you or juggled you and someone else, or was treating you like an option. There is very much that energy just coming through and how they see it. In the past, I feel like this person was able to rationalize the mistreatment of people, and you were one of them at one point. They were able to rationalize that. I don't know if you've seen it, like in TV and just in life in general, how people are able to, I don't know. It's like it's like they're able to be like, I don't feel guilty about this, or I don't think there's any wrong with this because of some kind of stance they have or some kind of perspective that they have. And they are able to just plow through people with no regard, right? And no guilt. And this is someone who had that energy, right? A lot of Metatron is saying that for most of them, were in so much pain, you don't care. You can't have empathy for people when you're suffering that much, right? It actually, I don't think you can actually have that much empathy for people, right? When you're suffering, because it's hard, right? And a lot of you, your person, was suffering, but I think some of them it was ego, or it's just, I don't know. Sometimes you rationalize that people do this, right? So I do it. I don't know. It's some crap like this. Yeah. They see what they put you through. They see how they treated you, and they feel really guilty as a result of that. This person, their perception of you or how they see you is very closely tied to how you see them, and not like you see me this way, I'll see you that way. No, it is I think in the past you may have been blind to who this person was and blind to how they treat people. You're not blind to that anymore. You're very much seeing this person for who they are, and they kind of feel vulnerable and naked as a result of that. And mostly because they want to go back. I think in the past when this person mistreated people, they just kept moving on. They didn't bother, but now they have to kind of return to that devastation if they want you and deal with it if they want you. And this is something that they're not quite used to right now. And Metatron is saying that this is someone who very, very as much is like, I want them, but I screwed it all up kind of thing. And now they have to navigate that. Metatron does give this. They may handle it, like they may come back in and not know how to fix it. That isn't necessarily their fault. And I know it sounds crazy when I'm saying this, right? But they don't know how to do what they're stepping up into, right? And the very first time we do anything, right, we're not, normally the best. So this person doesn't know how to apologize. Sorry, I know it sounds crazy. I know they don't know how to apologize. They don't know how to make things right. They don't know how to take accountability, but they're going to try their best to do that. And as long as you can see through, I want to say the probable failure and know that they are trying, it will make things a lot easier for you to forgive them and for you to move on with or without them, by the way. But understanding that they are trying something and we're not normally the best at it. Metatron wants me to tell you to look back at how I used to do YouTube videos and where I start today, right? Or where we're at today. So just keep that in mind. Like we grow and this person is growing, but their growth may look a little bit insufficient at times. All right. I thank you. Taurus, please don't forget to like and comment. Is there any last thing that you want to say for Taurus, Metatron? I forgot to ask that. No, but I do see some kind of project headed in your direction, Taurus, that is going to be very, very beneficial for you to focus on and do. It feels like it's an opportunity, and this opportunity is going to be very, very substantial if you were to grow it. It does feel like you're going to have to take a leap in that direction, and it does feel like it's going to be something that you may be a little scared about taking a leap. But one of the things that he's saying is pay attention to how you feel, your heart, right? Not how you feel, your heart itself. Pay attention to what your heart says, and then you will know to leap when it is time to leap. He cautions you when it comes to overthinking this. Just your heart says to do it, then there's a path and a way, and it's going to be highly successful if you did it, right? So just keep that in mind. You can go ahead and overthink it and start to second guess and doubt. I don't know if you noticed that, but whenever I think a lot about doing something, I start thinking, oh no, I can't do it, right? So I've learned to not. I learned to stop doing it. I give that suggestion to you. Thank you, Taurus. Again, don't forget to like and comment. All right, we're at 11 minutes and 35 seconds for Gemini. So let's take a look here. Metatron, can you tell me, how does Gemini's person see Gemini right now? The one that got away, it really does strike out. I feel in the past with this person, they were holding on to something that they needed to let go of. I think it was already broke. I think it was something that was broken, something that was degrading, something that was deteriorating, and they wouldn't let it go. And they knew that they should. Right? In the past, they really understood, like, I think I should let this go. But they did what most humans do and grab on and hold tightly to something that they don't actually care about. And I know it sounds like it's craziness. Why would humans do this? Why do you do this? Why do I do this? Because it's human nature, right? Humans have a hard time letting go of stuff, even if it sucks, or even if it's not good for us, and even if it's actually hurting us. And there's countless examples, right? There's countless examples of this, right? So this person did that to you, and we can, right? We can do all we want, blame them, and not show any compassion or understanding. But we all know what that feels like when we hold on to stuff that we really should let go of, right? That is probably not for the best, or we're doing it out of loyalty, or I don't know, conditioning, programming, but whatever the case is, or whatever the reason was, this person sees you as someone that got away, the one that got away, and they did it. No, I guess you got away as a result of this person holding on to what they should have let go of. And it's something that they have a hard time. They don't feel they deserve you now. They don't feel they're worthy of you as a result of that. What they see as a failure, right? But in reality, right, we can all look at that. I remember when I hit this point in my journey, Gemini, and I was like, I could just focus on those failures and just beat my ass, right? I can beat me up, or I could stop doing that. Like I could just stop doing that and accept and surrender and let that heal. And I feel like they're in that energy right now. This is someone who can go back to their past and be like, oh, I can't believe that, I can't believe that. But that's not helping. That's not going to get you anywhere, right? Or they can actually learn to start to take control. But I think that they're in that middle ground a little bit, right? Of going back and forth. But I think there's hope for this person. Anyway, can you tell me more about how they currently see Gemini, Metatron? I do feel like this person I see them writing on a chalkboard, but it's a math equation. They see you and them add up, right? A nice little adding up. I also feel as well the pros and cons of how they see you. The pros outweigh it. I think in the past that this person was really, really like, when you do something outrageous and like really dumb, like holding on to something you should let go of, and you let the one that got away get away, you kind of try to convince yourself, right, that you did it for a real reason. And it's like they were searching for that for a while, right? They were like, I let them go. I must have did that because they must not be right for me, blah, 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 some crap like this, right? And they were really looking at pros and cons to try to very like zone in and be like, this is why I did it, right? They never found that reason. But what they did find was a lot of pros, very little cons here. And in what they put in the cons wasn't even important. And this is someone who's really starting to understand and see you for you. And it has to do with the fact that they were trying to convince themselves they did right in the past when they know they didn't. They are a lot more accepting of accountability and oh yes, accountability. And it's like the admission of I messed up, right? I don't know if this person has some issues with admitting they did wrong. Some people some people really have an issue with that, right? Other people don't. But I think that this person, they have a problem with that, and they were really trying to convince themselves that they were right in the end. Any last thing that you want to give for Gemini? No, I did see an image of you, Gemini, pulling water from a lake. It is important. I don't know. It's like I see with the cup. Why is that important? Why is there water? Why do I see Gemini pulling water from a lake? Um, One of the things that Metatron was wants to state to you this day, Gemini, is to be careful with how much I want to say how much love for this person that you're drawing on. Sometimes taking too much can make us bloated or full, or it may not be able to move forward when we know that we should in the present moment. So be careful with how much you're drinking of this person's water, of their feelings for you. Yes. I see you going there and you're like, I don't think I should be drinking, right? I think I should leave this here. It's gonna be here, right? I don't need to keep going. So it's kind of something like that. I know it's like an odd thing to say, but I felt it very strongly. So I'll leave it there. I thank you, Gemini. Don't forget to like and comment. Check out my services. All right, we're at 17 minutes for Cancer. So let's take a look here. Metro, can you tell me what are Cancer's person's current feelings for Cancer this day? Oh, not feelings. Sorry. How does Cancer's person see Cancer this day? Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look here. They really do see you as a partner, companion, and I want to say, like spouse material. Oh, I hope that makes sense. Yeah. It's like they really see that. They see you as an equal as well. And they see you as someone that there's a real balance, real beautiful connection here. This person does love you very deeply. Cancer, I don't think they can show it though. I think they have trouble with that, trouble with expressing their emotions, trouble with letting the emotions flow, which honestly, not the same exact thing, but very close, isn't it? Right. And I feel like they also have trouble with being more vulnerable. This is someone who just doesn't know how to be what they want to be for you. And I feel, well, a lot of you have expressed this person that you want from them, or your energy it definitely has. Like this is someone who knows that they want to step up into I want to say a more giving, more loving, more generous role in your life, and they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to remove the blocks and the restrictions that are keeping them from embodying that energy. They are very fearful about letting you down, and they understand where you are coming from as well. This is someone who sees you as that perfect partner, but doesn't know how they can be it for you. Yeah, sorry, it is that, isn't it? It's like they see you as that perfect partner, someone who has everything that they want, and they don't know how to do it themselves. One of the things that Metatron is stating that, especially if this is like a man and a woman, or a masculine energy with the feminine energy. One of the things that we, as the human society, they don't, everyone doesn't really know what a man energy is or a masculine energy is. Everyone thinks it's some weird thing that is some distortion, right? It doesn't feel right for masculine energy to embody that, because it doesn't actually feel healthy. And it's not high vibrational as well, that toxicness, right? This person is without a proper role model for masculine energy, and they're not able to know what to do and how to approach you and how to be. And it's because the way that humans look at masculine energy, or men, right, how they should act, it's been conditioned in a way that it's just distortions, and it doesn't feel right, and it blocks us, men off from their heart space. It keeps them from connecting to their intuition and their emotional body. So it is wrapped up in that. I'm trying to say it's wrapped up in what men, right, of the generation that we're era that we're currently in, are learning to release. And it's been very difficult to do because that's programmed so deeply. And that is where this person is. I know, it is what it is. Anyway, how else do they see Cancer? They see you as good luck charm. Sorry, I keep hearing music. The world comes alive when they see you, but they see you as a good luck. They see you as prosperity, good fortune. They are very happy that they've met you. And one of the things that this person, they have it like in the back of their mind, I feel in some ways the front, that you may find yourself with someone else. They're just grateful to have met you in the end, and they're grateful that you've had such a big impact on their life, and they don't really know how things are going to play out between you and them, but they do know that they appreciate what interactions you've had thus far, and what you've brought into their life, and the lessons and the love and the energy you brought in as well. They see all the benefits of it, and they see you for you. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, Cancer. I thank you. I love you. Don't forget to like and comment, and check out the rest of my services as well. Okay, 21, 24 for Leo. So let's take a look here. Vanessa, can you tell me, how does Leo's person currently see Leo? They definitely see you as an empress, and definitely they hold you in incredibly high regard, and they see you as very, very, very very much sexual energy and very fertile as well. This person absolutely loves your energy. One of the things that I think that this person is actually taken a little bit aback by, and that is the fact that they kind of want to worship you. It's an odd thing to say, but it is there. It's, I want to do these things, but I don't actually feel that right doing these things, kind of thing here. They don't know what to do or what to make of this. And one of the things that Metatron is stating is that people find, especially men and the current, era that we're in, masculine energy has a really difficult time submitting at times. And it's not that it's always going to be that per se, but their phrases, it is some people really like it a lot, right? They like serving. It's servitude in a way, right? This person does like it. They actually like being a good partner. They like being attentive. They actually like that. But because of how they are taught and conditioned, they don't think they're supposed to be. So when your energy comes into contact with their energy, they want to do those things. So wait on your hand and foot. They want to take care of you. They want to nurture you and give you that, right? It's like and protect, right? All that stuff. They want to do those things, but they feel weird about doing it, and they kind of resist it. And that is kind of where this, I want to say, this person's runner energy is coming from. It's you make them want to drop to their knees, and they don't want to because they think they're not supposed to. They were taught that they shouldn't. And now this is someone who's stuck as a result, not really able to open themselves up completely to this connection because they keep resisting that. And this is an energy of and it's not like they would be like some server or something like it, something like that, but it is, and it is, has elements of that. It is in some ways, and they are very resistant to that. They think that they are the one who wants to be, but I don't even think that they like it themselves. It's just an interesting, this is one of those classic cases of someone just not really knowing themselves enough to get what they want or get what they need, right? And I do mean like get it, like knowing what they need. And this is someone who just doesn't, they lack the comprehension, they lack the understanding. It's there. It's just like a little missing piece. If someone were to fill it in, it would just connect everything. How else they feel, or how else they see Leo as well? She is very strong, a go-getter. They really do love the fact that you tackle things. I don't know, it sounds so crazy, but I think they have probably a long list of stuff that they really wish they would do, or they really wish that they would get to, but they never really do. It kind of reminds me of like my family that I see my family that do this all the time. They have all these ideas, or they think they should go in a direction, and they get called in those directions and never really do it, right? Or they go really slow, or they waste so much time, and they see you as someone who just goes after what it is that you want without waiting. And it does come from a slight impatience, which Metatron does state that that does need to be healed to a certain extent. But I think that the impatience that you have at times, it pushes you to move when other people would stay, and they seem to be a stayer, right? I think you are a mover, and it's what is creating a little bit, actually even more disparity between you and them as well. And that's part of how they see you as someone who's moving, going, and kind of leaving them behind. Anything else, Metatron? That's it. Any guys that you have for Leo? Yes. Metatron does state for you, Leo, to reach the top. I don't know where you're headed right now, but he's saying the view from the top is amazing, and you won't regret it. And I know how hard it is to get going. I know how hard it is to get going and not look back. That one's more harder. That one's way more harder, to go forward and just stop looking backwards and just be done with it. But that really is the key here for your life right now, and to get to the very top of that mountain, that very top of that summit that you're trying to get to, is to not look back anymore. It is a lesson that you're currently learning right now, but it's easier said than done. All right. Ooh, the air came up. I thank you, Leo. Don't forget to like and comment. And we're at 26, 27. Alrighty, so let's take a look here. We're at Virgo. So let's see. Master, can you tell me, how does Virgo's person see Virgo? Very abundant, by the way. They find you very shiny. So this person's view of you, do you know, like in the anime shows and stuff like that, where they just have that scene, and then there's a bunch of glitter or light, or sprinkles, and it makes someone glow, right? Yeah, you have that glow. Oh, they love that glow, by the way. They find it very captivating, very alluring. And you look rich, I guess. I'm sorry, I had to phrase it like that, but it really is that. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know if you ever see in the movies, right, where the heroes are in their hero pose and they have that hero wind, right, and it just makes them look better. Yeah, you have that energy. You have that this is someone who has that image of you. You look good. You look really good, and from all angles as well. I feel like this is tied to how much they love you, right? How much they care for you, because they really do hold you in high regard and really do hold you in high esteem. Is there any particular reason why they feel this way, Metatron, about Virgo? One of the things that one of the things that Metatron is stating is that why they feel this way about you is you proved yourself, and why they should feel this way about you. I think that you are very beautiful inside and out, and that is really what makes this person see this. And they find you just they find themselves really head over heels in terms of their feelings for you as well. Is there anything else? They still see you clearly. They love it as well. I feel a lot of you, this person is a slow mover and doesn't really get up too often, and doesn't really move and take any kind of authoritative action very often. They love to look, though. Yeah. I think we're one of those people that they're a looker, not a mover. And it's something that they are currently trying to work on and work through. They know that they want to take action towards you. They just don't know. They don't know how to do it necessarily, and they have a hard time inspiring themselves to take action. And one of the things that I think a lot of us fail to grasp at times, it's so easy to get caught in a trap where you're not moving. It's so easy to get caught in a place where you're just stuck for a while. So it's like it's very hard constantly move forward and to constantly push ourselves. It's so hard, isn't it? Like, I know I struggle with this, and I'm like going through my transformation, and I only made it a quarter of the way, and it's like I had to take a break because I need more time. And it's just, I know how hard it is to push ourselves. And this is someone who knows that they want to push themselves in your direction. They just don't know how. And they don't really feel inspired all the time to do that. Nothing to do with you, by the way. It has to do with that, that motivation that we sometimes feel. Yeah, they're kind of looking for that, and they don't know how to create it. Anything else about how they see Virgo? Any other guidance that you have for Virgo then? One of the things that Metatron is stating is something about your money. What about Virgo's money? You may want to get the poverty or lack contract that I offer. I feel here, Virgo, that you may want to take a closer look at your money and where your money's going, how you're spending it, and stuff like that. It's not like save for a rainy day per se, but I feel like there are some things in your expenses that are they're not worthy to be expenses. It's not worth spending that money on. One of the things that I stopped, like if I don't use any subscription services, I stopped subscribing to it. And one of the things that I know a lot of people do is they just keep letting themselves get charged every month for these things. So it's stuff like that. I kind of want to say to you, Virgo, look at what you are subscribe to, look at what you're spending money on, and start to see if you can reduce that. If it's for a quality life, I would keep it if it makes you feel good. But if it doesn't really give you much in return, ditch it, because it's not worth it. All right. And that's an odd, it's like a left field type of message, but it is what came through. Don't forget to like and comment, Virgo. I thank you. So we're at 31:15. All right, Libra. Ooh, did I do that? Yeah. Libra. Okay. I paused it. I had to get my kombucha. Anyway, how does Libra's person see Libra right now? They definitely find a lot of romance here. I have to say it. You tickle this person's pickle. Pickle, if they got a pickle or not, but there's definitely that energy there. I feel like this person finds you very attractive. One of the things that they do notice when they are around you and when they look at you, you stimulate their pelvic region a lot, and it's something that they really do find very fascinating. One of the things that this person is very highly moved, and what is the word? They are very much driven and motivated by, I want to say, beauty. And beauty is actually comes in two, right? It's either physical looks or energy. The combo is the best, but you know what I'm talking about. I know you all understand and notice that, someone could be attractive, but you don't actually find them that attractive because they don't got something, right? Some people have it, but and others don't. And this is someone who sees you as someone who has that physical look as well as that energy, and they are so smitten. One second, Libra. I don't even know where that sneeze came from. Anyway, but they find you very sexy, very attractive. How else do they see? They really do love your Oh, I know what it is. The sexual energy you give off. It is amazing. And I know that it sounds like it's craziness, right? Sexual energy, but I have been learning to use mine a lot more, and it is key. It's the key to really getting a lot of attention and attracting in people, and that is for business as well. And I don't mean in any kind of provocative way. I mean for business. If you want more people drawn to you, you need to have good sexual energy. And this is someone who really loves it. Your energy that they receive, it just really stimulates them, and they absolutely adore it. I don't think they're processing it in that way. I think they just think you look attractive, but it is the sexual energy itself. All right. How else do they see a Libra? They really do love that you take care of yourself a lot as well, and that you put a lot of effort and energy into your looks. One of the things that Metatron is stating is that they may comment on it. This not gonna be for everyone, but they may comment on the fact that you take so long but it's just a tease. Has nothing to do with the fact that they think you are actually taking long. It's I know it sounds like it's craziness, but whoa, you take that long to get ready? I don't know. It sounds like something like that, but it's more to do with the fact that they may feel self-conscious that they don't do as much. So it has nothing to do with you, by the way, but that may have been. Sorry, that may be for someone, but anything else about how they see a Libra? Mm-mm. They really do love the energy, though. It feels very earthy. 'Cause I see flowers behind you, sexual energy coming out. It feels very natural as well. They love your body language and how you come across. And one of the things that Metatron is saying is that uh, a lot of people tend to act certain ways and they're not natural. And we know when the people are doing this, it's like, it's just, oh my God, they go, really? And anyway, but this person sees you as someone's very natural, someone who doesn't really try to be someone that they're not. And they really do love that. They really do love that that you have that natural beauty, that natural energy. And you're solid. It's interesting. I know I don't know if this person has an issue with this or not, or they've dealt with people with this issue, but they really like the fact that you're not like you don't sorry, how do I phrase this? You don't lie about who you are. You don't try to be something that you're not. You don't pretend as well. You're honest and you're truthful and you're balanced. And they just, I sorry, I hope that makes sense. Just love that. They're just like, "Ah, I love that. But it is really is that. It's something to do. I think they may have a lot of fake people in their life or something like that, or they may have come across a lot of fake people because they see it as real, and they really do love that. I think in the past though, this person may have been little taken aback by it. They thought it was them getting fooled or something. But I think over time it became very clear that you were just that. And they find it very beautiful. All right. They find you beautiful inside and out. All right. I'll leave it there. Don't forget to like and comment, Libra. Thank you so much. So we're at 36, 38. Okay. We're now on Scorpio. So, Manager, can you tell me what are how does Scorpio's person see Scorpio this day? Alrighties. One of the things that this person sees you as, I don't know if you're currently doing this or not, or they have a fear of it, but they see you as someone who can get up on stage and tell the world what kind of crappy person they are. I know it's on real crazy to say, but it really does see like this person sees you as someone who can really out them and really tell everyone exactly how oh, how they treated you, how they wronged you, and how they may have misbehaved and all that stuff. And I'm not sure what transgressions happened here per se, but it doesn't. It's not about that. It's about the fact that you can out them if you wanted to. You can tell everyone how they treat people if you wanted to. You can tell their mama, for instance. I don't know, right? They're very worried about that. They're very worried about the fact that you know and you can say, and they don't know how to deal with that per se. What is there like, Minister, can you tell me, is there anything that you want to say for what they could say or what they think Scorpio might say? So it'll be different for a lot of yous. It has some of them to do with treatment of women. I see very strongly treatment of I want to say treatment of you. I feel here, you see right through this person very easily, and that is in of itself kind of disarming you. But this person's got a bit of a bad rep. I don't know if they have a bad reputation, but I know that you can definitely put that out there, and they're very scared about that. How else do they see? It's just he's going back to it. You see them very clearly, and it's like that's it. I think that they may be able to manipulate people or lie to people or coerce them or get them to convince them of something of nonsense. but I don't think you're falling for it, and I don't think you ever have. And it feels like you're very keen on whether this person is lying to you or not. One of the things that he is saying for those of you that are drawing tarot or you're asking people about these things, it's you have many insights, and maybe you're using your own gifts, but it's like you have so many insights that they are so scared that they are going to get tripped up on a lie, or they already have been caught and they don't want it's like that. It is just a strange thing. Sorry, but this person's got some crazy energy, but they know that you can tell the world who they are, what they've done, and what they're capable of, and they don't want that to happen. And that's how they see you. Is there any other ways that they see Scorpio this day? Pissed. I don't know. This person really does feel like it's a good chance you're gonna do it. All right. They see you as someone who's very pissed at them, very angry with good reason. Yes, and a little bit spiteful at times. I know that forgiveness is real difficult, right? It's so easy to just get angry, and anger is like I don't know. It's very hard to be angry and then make the choice. I don't want to be. Isn't that? I remember when I was making those. I knew I had to do it. Right. I knew I had to be like, I'm not gonna get angry anymore. That was hard. That was not easy. It's like because you want to be mad, and I feel that this person sees you as someone who is angry at them, and it's easy, right? It's hard to forgive, and maybe you're up for a challenge, but you decide. All right, I'll leave it there. I want to thank you, Scorpio. Don't forget to like and comment. Is there any last guidance that you have for Scorpio, Metatron? No, he said that was it. All right, thank you. Now we're on Sagittarius. Let's see, Metatron, can you tell me what are Sagittarius's person? No, how does Sagittarius's person see Sagittarius this day? A go-getter. I feel like this person, one of the things that I think that it is a limiting belief per se, or this they may not understand why you are living your life the way that you're living it, but they see you as someone who is going after what really floats your boat and what really inspires you. But they see you as someone who is obviously sacrificing other things that they think or assume that you would want. I want to say for some of you are moving towards, let's say, a career or purpose, and you're having to what they call sacrifice having a family or something like that, or settling down or something like that. That's how they see you, right? And they see you as someone who's letting go of something that they maybe won't. And I kind of want to just like comment on that for a moment because they're suggesting I do that. But one of the things that I know is that when we don't have any purpose in our life, when we don't have any ambitions, the only thing that we can think of for fulfillment is settling down and having a family, right? It's the only thing that we can think of because nothing else comes to mind. And I think that this person may have that. They have that energy of like, they don't know what their purpose is. They don't know why they're here. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what inspires them. They don't know what fulfills them. And therefore, they're chasing after love, or they're chasing after settling down and having a family because that's the only thing that they can think of that's going to give them any kind of fulfillment. And it's something that they have a hard time wrapping their head around when it comes to you, because I don't think you got that problem. In fact, I think that you are very much all about your purpose, your fulfillment. Oh, by the way, by the way, Sagittarius, I do have a community candle that I'm doing for fulfillment. If you are interested in that, I would take a look at it. It's going to be a good one. Anyway, but they just they feel like you don't you're you don't understand what you're missing out on. But I don't think that you're being driven towards that just yet. And you will when you're ready. And that's even if you're ready at this point. But that's something that I can tell they're missing. How else do they currently see Sagittarius? I feel like this person sees you as someone that they are waiting for as well, and someone that they are hoping comes back into their life and honestly maybe make something. It kind of feels like, if I'm being honest with you, Sagittarius, I think they think you're sacrificing them to have a career, or you're sacrificing them to move towards your purpose, or you're sacrificing this connection to move in the direction of fulfillment. Yeah. They kind of see it in that way. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I feel like I don't think that's your case at all. In fact, I don't think that it's anything to do with them per se. Um anyway, how anything else that's coming through, Metatron? Yeah, sorry, I'm seeing a restaurant, dinner, two people eating. What does this mean? They want to talk to you. They want to know as well if you're seeing anyone or dating anyone. And if you're open to them as well. I don't know if there's no contact here or there is things are a little bit dicey, but there is a strong energy here of really wanting to have more access and I want to say more interactions with you. They really would love to have at least dinner, coffee, and all that stuff. And you know, it kind of reminds you, you know, when someone works a lot and they're like, oh, they got to eat, right? It kind of feels like that in a way. Anyway, is that it? Is that it, Benachan? That is it. Okay, thank you, Benachan. Don't forget to like and comment Sagittarius, and we are at 45:05 for Capricorn. Alrighty, so Metro, can you tell me how does Capricorn's person see Capricorn? Ooh, they see you as upper class, or they see you as someone. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put it like this. I think it's the easier way. They see you as like the royal family, right? You know, someone who's part of the royal family, queen, princess, what, king, prince, right? Whatever. They see you as that. They see themselves as like a poverty foreigner person, right? And that's how they see you. And that's the disparity that they see you. They see you in all your glory. They see you in all your light. And they see you as someone who is very noteworthy as well. Someone that people remember. And someone that people want to hang out with and want to do stuff with and have a banging time with as well, right? This is someone who's they see you like that and they absolutely are enthralled by it. I do feel brighter people or people that receive a lot more attention make this person feel small and significant, and they get a little bit of jealous, right? There's a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of resentment here. Nothing to do with you, by the way. It's everything to do with the self, but they have that feeling, right? That comes through where it's like they're getting all this attention, and they do like the fact that you do, but they don't like that they feel the way they feel when you're getting all this attention. I feel a lot of you may have met maybe this person's friends or maybe some family members, but it feels like you made a really good impression when it came to these interactions, and it made this person feel even smaller as well. And again, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with how they feel about themselves. But it is there, right? It's there nonetheless. And a lot of times, because of how society is taught, people are not internalizing it that way, right? I feel bad about someone else getting attention. It's like you're not. We don't normally think, well, it's something in me, right? You think it's their fault, but there is no one's fault, right? And this is someone who just doesn't internalize it that way. They don't really understand, why do I feel like this when this is happening? When that's happening, I should be proud. I should be happy. I should be grateful for them. But it doesn't translate in that way. And this is someone who's going back and forth in this, like within themselves. How else do they currently feel about Capricorn? I feel like there's a lot of regrets here and remorse. One of the things that this person, I think that your connection ended because it feels like it's like they couldn't get over some of the bad stuff that they were feeling, or they couldn't get over some of like the hiccups of your connection. How do I phrase this? Okay, hold on. I want to make sure I get this right for you, Capricorn. I feel there was maybe some incompatibility at times for you and this person. Normally when you're in a version of yourself and they're in a version, you're just incompatible. You can't be a version, you have to be you, right? But you know what I'm talking about, those versions of us. I think that your versions that you two were incompatible, though your energy deep down was, and that may have caused a lot of grief. But anyway, I feels like there was some issues here. They couldn't get over those issues to look at how much they were getting in benefit, or how much more there was, how much more good there was versus the bad, right? And it's something that they really, really regret doing because they were so focused on that. They were so nitpicky, right? Holding you to incredibly high standards. Why? Because they felt like crap. It's obviously, but this is something that they weren't able to look. They weren't able to stop and look away from, and I think it caused an ending here. I think this person is focusing on what was wrong with your connection and not what was right. What was the issue? And they weren't really looking for solutions when they were looking for what was wrong with it, right? They were looking to nitpick it, looking to focus on it, and looking to bring in more of that energy. And I think that it may have inevitably caused an ending here between you and them. Is there anything else about how they see Capricorn? They do want to heal things with you and them. They do want that. They want to plant a new seed as well. What kind of it's a cherry blossom, but I thought it was a red tulip as well. But it was a cherry blossom tree or something like that. They would like to plant that. They would like to replant here. I feel the connection may be more ripe for it as well than it has been recently, for replanting, for something new to grow here. Because it feels like, when it's a forest fire, right? And the forest burns up. How long do you think it takes for the forest to grow, to be able to start growing back? I don't know. I don't think it's right away, right? Sorry, that's what they gave me as the example. It's not right away. I don't know how long it takes, but I imagine me next season, right? So I feel like there's been enough time here that things have cooled off, that maybe you actually can build, and that's how they see things as well. All right, I'll leave it there. I want to thank you, Capricorn. Don't forget to like and comment. So we're at 50, 45 for Aquarius. Let's see. Metatron, tell me how does Aquarius person see Aquarius this day? I feel like they like how you dress as well. No, maybe. Hold on. I think that they would like to dress you. I know it sounds like a crazy thing, but it's not like in a Disney sort of way or anything like that, but they would really like to pick out your clothing and dress you. I know it sounds like it's real craziness, and one day I will explain to everyone exactly what the place that we live in really is and why it was created. But I will say this to you, Aquarius. We like to dress things up. We do. It's our energy. It's literally why we just love it. And this person would just love. They will love to style you. They will love to dress you up. They will love to they know what looks good on you, and that's the point. They know what looks good, and it's not that you look bad. It's nothing like that. But that energy of, I know if they had this or they put this on, or if they did their hair like that, oh, they're just over the top. And they really do see you as someone that they want to make better, and not in like you're in a bad sort of way, but it's something that I have been noticing. Like my transformation I'm going through is turning me into the prophet, and my mind, I can't handle stuff anymore. I can't handle doing certain things I could do before because my mind it's being changed to be the prophet. And I know that when we are living our purpose and we're moving towards what we're meant to move towards, our mind changes. And one of the things that I've been noticing for a long time is when I channel, I'm completely blank. Like I'm not able to think. I'm not able to draw stuff without me receiving it. And I tell you that, Aquarius, because no matter what, we are always changing. Our mind changes, especially when we're becoming more of a master and we're evolving to higher heights and our spiritual evolution. Our mind changes, and we're not able to really focus on some of the other stuff that we need to focus on. And this is someone who sees you as like, I could really, I gotta give you this example, but it kind of reminds you of when Kanye West changed a lot of how Kim looks, and it's where she's at now. And honestly, she's dressing better than ever, right? And it really does. It feels like that energy of like, I know what will look good on them. Like, I don't know it, and it's like it's what they want to do to you, and they want to help make your life easier as well, and they want to support you in whatever you're doing. That's what it is all about, though. Why they would want to do that, right? Why they would want to take care of you and just add a little something to your outfit, is they'd want to support you and help you reach further goals as well. How else do they currently see They see you as someone who needs rest. I think that's it. Sorry, it's where it's all coming from, isn't it? They see you as someone who needs rest, someone who needs to, um, someone to take care of them, someone that they see as needing some of that support as well. They just want to take care of you. It's funny. I did a Leo reading, and Leo's person really wanted to take care of them, but they didn't want to do it as well because of how they were programmed. But this person sees you as someone they want to take care of. They want to wait on. They want to shower it with gifts and give that nurturing energy to. But they don't. But they don't know. Maybe if you're open to that, and it may even be received wrong. I know that it seems crazy, right? Like, not saying that you would necessarily have them dressing you per se, right? But maybe, but to have that out of your mind, you know how much energy it takes. Like, we only have so much energy, finite energy in our mind, right? If you're using a ton of your energy to worry about what you're wearing, you're gonna have almost none to do your job, right? Almost none to, like, and having these things taken from us, right? Or having someone else take care of it. I mean, right? It really helps free up space. It kind of reminds me when I got my robot vacuum. I don't mop or vacuum anymore because I got that thing covered, right? I don't have to worry about that. Or my litter robot, right, that I got for my cats. I don't have to scoop, right? It's so um like, it's something I just need to do, and I just want you to understand what I mean by having someone help us, right? Take care of some of the stuff that we don't want to give our time and energy to. So whatever it is, doesn't have to be your actual clothing, but things that you don't want to give your time or energy to, they want to do for you. That's how they see you, and they want to help you in that way. All right, I'll leave it there. I thank you, Aquarius. Please don't forget to like and comment, and check out my services as well. 55 for Pisces. Okay. All right, Metatron, can you tell me, how does Pisces person see Pisces this day? I'm seeing someone, or that emoji with the sunglasses. Why? I don't know why I'm seeing that. Let's see. Let's take a look here. All righties. I feel that this person may wear sunglasses because they like to stare at you and they don't want to look creepy, or they don't want to be caught staring at you. That's not gonna be for everyone, but it's what came through as a message. Some of these, they may have been watching you through sunglasses for a while, and they just didn't, you know how you can't really see people's eyes with sunglasses. They're like, are they looking at me? And you're like, I don't know, right? And it kind of feels like that, but I will leave it there. How do they see okay. So one of the things that I that this person sees you as, a Pisces, is someone that they kind of have to conceal themselves around. I feel like you are quite good at reading people, reading their energy, and knowing things about people. It's such an odd thing, but it happened with you, with this person. You said something that you couldn't possibly know, or it was a question that you shouldn't have asked because you shouldn't know anything about it, and it's like you did, and they noticed it, and it kind of caught this person a little off guard. And I feel like they've always believed in that, people like psychics and supernatural and stuff like that, and they really do sense that off of you, and they kind of find that very um interesting yet disarming all at the same time. And it's why they kind of have to conceal themselves with sunglasses and have to hide how they feel, because they're so worried of you finding out and maybe not reciprocating, or honestly maybe even reciprocating because they're scared. But that's how they see you. Intuitive, very keen. You have a keen awareness, is how they would phrase it. You have a keen awareness about you. And they feel like they always have to conceal themselves because they may be found out. I also feel as well that they see you as very much giving, for certain things about yourself, Pisces, but you have a tendency to hold back specific parts of yourself. And one of the things that this person is wanting more of from you is you, and learning more about you, and giving more, no, getting more from you. But it's interesting because I can tell that this person doesn't want to give you more, but they don't mind receiving more. It's very interesting. It's very interesting energy to come through. What do you mean by that exactly, Metatron? Why is it, they want an intimate connection with you without really having to return the favor. I see. And it's nothing to do with like I don't want to be intimate. It's nothing to do with that. They don't really know how, or they're scared of it. What is it? He's saying mostly they're scared of being intimate. They're scared to be vulnerable. Metatron does say that a lot of people tend to do this where you ask someone a question and then you ask them, you tell me about yours. I think if you wanted better interactions with this person, be willing to open up, but don't necessarily pry. Let this person, I think that they have that energy. I think they like to listen as well. I think you know that. I think you know that they are a good listener. I think you know that. But why do they like to listen? Because they don't want to talk. And it's kind of breaking that ice first will help them break through. And it's something to just like it just don't necessarily like give a I don't know if it's a rebuttal, but a reply and ask, tell me about you or something like that. Be okay with receiving the question, be okay with answering, and let them in their own time, right, come out of their own shell, and they will. It's like it's almost like that guarantee, but I think that it would help you navigate your connection a little bit easier, because this person just needs to feel a little more comfortable. And the more that someone tells you about themselves, we get more comfortable. We just do. We feel more safe. And at a certain point, they will feel safe enough to tell you more about who they are, what they want, and all that good stuff. And don't necessarily try to pry it right away, or you'll know innately or intuitively when you should ask, because sometimes it's like an automatic thing, right? Oh, tell me, you say what's your story, blah blah blah. Don't necessarily don't do that if you don't feel called to, right? If your heart's not saying to do it when you feel guided to. But otherwise, I would probably let them do it in their own time. All right, is there anything else about how they see Pisces? Let's see. Any guidance that you have then for Pisces, Metatron? There is. It has to do with what you refrain from telling them. They can sense it. And there is some stuff that I don't think you tell a lot of people. I think that you can tell them. And I think that it would be good to start to tell people. I remember when I was younger, I would keep certain things to myself. I would never tell anyone this, right? But I would always tell everything else, right? I didn't, I was open book to a point, right? Metatron saying that learning to be an open book, period, will help you in the long run, even if you don't necessarily feel that comfortable telling people at first, right? It will help other people tell their own truth. I know I know, but we all start somewhere, and someone has to lead it, right? And it's something. It's not like do it or else, no, right? But you may want to consider that. You may want to consider a leading, right? Opening up even further, because again, you may be keenly aware that they are not telling you everything, but neither are you, and they are keenly aware of that as well. So it is something to just look at. All right, I thank you, Pisces. Don't forget to like and comment, and I want to thank all of you for being here. I do appreciate you. Take care, everyone, and bye.